Joining us now on Radio Exposed is Matthew Ferris from the Matthew Ferris Band. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, how did Matthew Ferris Band get started? Give us the details on how this thing was born.
Well, I guess it really started freshman year of college. I just threw together a bunch of songs, and I happened to be a recording industry studies major, which means I, learn how to record music. And we have a studio at school, so I figured, hey, I'm writing these songs on singing and playing acoustic guitar. I might as well write some drums for it, write some bass for it, and record them all and put them all together and have a little demo that I put together. So that's what I did. I wrote about 5 or 6, 7 songs and wrote them out, recorded them, me playing all the instruments, and then that was that. That was Matthew Ferris, and, got a little name around campus. And then when I'm currently a sophomore, when sophomore year came around, I decided to teach some of my friends or teach some people, found a drummer, taught him the drum parts. One of my good friends, he's playing bass. I taught him the bass parts. We found a piano player, taught him the chords, and now they have the Matthew Ferris Band.
So you had a recording studio, and did you have to pay anything, or are you one of those
tuition?
Tuition. So you had tuition, but you didn't have to pay any studio fees or anything like that?
I mean, my demo that I recorded, that was for academics. I got credit for that.
That is awesome. More bands should probably start with that thing, huh?
Yeah. Well, let's keep it a secret, right?
So, okay, so you had that with the studio fees and everything, but you went to Butler in Indianapolis. Being in a bigger city like that, do you feel like you've gotten a little more exposure than maybe some of the other college bands? That you're maybe in one of those kind of smaller city schools?
You know what? That's a good question, and that was kind of my original intent and hope going to Butler. However, Butler isn't necessarily really in the heart of the city, and it's really more in housing areas, I guess. A little walking distance. You can't really walk to the city. You got to drive there. So we're pretty much secluded in our little bubble of campus, but since being together, we've gotten a lot of exposure around campus, that's for sure.
That's good. And it says here, there's an article, and we will post this on, when we post your information on our website, we'll post a link to this article. It was in Nuvo, in Indiana, or Indy's Alternative Voice. So
yeah.
You've had some shows at Starbucks in the area?
Yep, that Starbucks is actually on campus.
Okay. What are some of the other gigs we've gotten in the area?
Well, surprisingly, that Starbucks gig where we got the review written about us, which was actually a great show. There were over 100 people in there. It was just totally packed. That was our second show ever.
Okay.
And our show before that was an outdoor marathon with maybe 2 consistent people in the audience, and everybody running past us while they were playing. So that was a little bit of a disaster. And then ever since the Starbucks gig, we've kind of just been romping around, playing people's house parties, just getting the name out,
Yeah, the article has a nice video. You guys have some YouTube videos too that we will post links of on our Facebook, not our Facebook page, probably that too, but our website. Do you plan on marketing a little more with YouTube? That seems to be the future of some of the newer bands coming out, is they're hitting up YouTube pretty hard.
Well, I mean, it's the easiest access point. It's the easiest medium, really, between a band and people who want to hear them. The band will play live. You record a video of it. You don't need expensive recording software, just someone with a video camera to record it. Throw it up on YouTube, and then you can have unlimited amount of views.
Now, you said during your recording process, you played all the instruments going into the actual recording process itself. How long have you been into music? Did you start really young? And what instruments did you start out with?
Well, I guess I've been singing since I was 2, since I could walk, really. Just running around singing Elvis Presley and stuff like that. And then I got into the movie That Thing You Do when I was about 5 years old. Wanted to play drums, so my parents bought me a little toy plastic drum set with some black plastic drumsticks, but I wanted to be a hot shot, so I decided to play them with real drumsticks and ended up breaking through all the drums. So that was the end of my drum career as a child.
Oh, kids.
And then, by the time I was like 7, turning 8, I got a guitar, started playing it, and then just kind of ran with it from there, singing and playing, and then started writing songs. And then bass came naturally after that. And then I have this really rich friend who was renovating his basement and just getting rid of everything when I was a freshman in high school. And he was getting rid of this old drum set. And I was like, are you getting rid of this drum set? And he's like, yeah, you want it? And I was like, of course. So kind of taught myself how to play drums through that. And then piano sort of happened around the same time too. Kind of taught myself by ear how to do that in high school. So by the time college rolled around, I was kind of decently versed as a all-around musician and played all the instruments on the songs that I had written and put out a little demo, and now here we are.
Not bad for being fairly well self-taught.
Guitar, yeah, actually pretty much all self-taught. I took guitar lessons for maybe a year when I was like 8, but besides that, it's pretty much all self-taught.
All right, now getting to the lyrics. The article mentions your lyrics. It seems you're very proud of your actual lyrical, like the writing ability and everything. Start off like when you were getting off, I say as a kid, writing and singing. Did the lyrics start then, or did you need a couple of life experiences to start that ball rolling?
That's funny that you actually bring that up, because my family over Thanksgiving, when I was home over Thanksgiving, my dad happened to put on my first recording ever, my first studio recording ever of songs that I wrote when I was about 7 or 8, when I had like just picked up a guitar, hadn't really known how to play it really, and I wrote 6 songs and had them recorded. And it is just catastrophic, my lyrics. They're just over and over again repeating the same things and things that aren't even making sense. And it's pretty brutal to listen to.
You just described our radio show. So thank you. It's pretty much it. So it's like a lot of singing about like the sandbox, or Susie pulled my hair.
That's kinda. One song actually that did have a lot of meaning to me was my aunt and my mother were pretty sick at the time, and I wrote a song called "I Seen the Trouble," and the lyrics are, "I've seen the trouble you've been going through. I know how hard it is to be you. I try to help you, but no, I can't." And those are pretty much the lyrics, the whole song. So my lyric abilities didn't really extend out too far, but I still kind of had the passion and got the message across, I think.
All right.
When I was 7.
So now the songs now, what are some of the lyrical, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the inspirations that have gone in the lyrics that you have posted now?
I never know until they're written. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In high school, I was kind of depressed in high school, and I was listening to a lot of music that the lyrics were about being depressed and stuff. And so I guess my lyrics kind of tended towards things like that in high school, like personal trials,
Mm-hmm.
But then by the time college rolled around and like life, I guess, sort of had a fresh start for me and things started getting better, my lyrics have been equally as personal, but a little bit more optimistic.
Okay. I guess, like, you gotta also, like, whoever's listening to you, you have to kind of put yourself in their shoes too. Like, what is going to be their mood when they listen to you too?
Yeah, absolutely. I think about that a lot. I think about my biggest thing with writing lyrics. Like, if there's one thing, if someone asks me, what do you think of when you write lyrics, or what's your point when you're writing lyrics, would be, I try to be as abstractly specific as possible.
Okay. Now, one specific song I wanted to get into with lyrics is Running with the Zebras, where you went off in Spanish for a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you do that, or do you have like a future with that with other songs where you're just going to do certain languages, or was that just a one-time thing? Like, I felt like writing Spanish for a couple minutes here.
I'm open to it all. I think I think different different languages can help convey different emotions. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think by saying what I had to say in Spanish really made it make a lot more sense or be a lot more genuine, especially because my greatest experience, I talk about what I'm saying in Spanish is your heart is the color of the ocean at midnight. And my greatest experiences with the ocean at midnight are in Mexico. So.
Okay. It was really cool lyrics. Like I was listening to them, like I like the sound of this, and whoa, that's not English. I'm not drunk, am I? No, not drunk. Okay, yeah, it's good. And then you went back to English, and like, wow, I had to listen to that again because I was really blown away when I first heard that. Now I did hear that on SoundCloud, which you have all your songs or many songs posted, I guess. How many songs I got here? At least 7, 8, something like that?
Yeah, about 8 or 9, 7 or 8 or 9, something like that.
So you just posted a new song that we'll actually play here on Radio Exposed. Is this going to be like the thing you're going to be posting on, or do you have an iTunes that you're going to be setting up, or website or anything like that?
SoundCloud seems to be working really well for us right now. It's easy to get through from Facebook, which is where we connect with most of our people who like our music, our fans, and it's easy. You can download the songs down there for free, download the songs, listen to them as many times as you want.
Mm-hmm. Which I have.
Yeah, great. And I guess once I get all the tunes recorded and really set up well and I'm happy with the way that they sound, I'll put a full album on iTunes, which should be happening in 2012, the first half of 2012.
That was actually my next question. Do you have any EP releases coming out soon?
Yeah, maybe before the full album drops, there's a chance of a Rise and Shine EP being released really soon, but I'm still debating if I want to release an EP and then the full album, or if I just want to keep the suspense and go with one full album.
Alrighty. Now, any future gigs coming up? Anything big on the horizon? Are you doing anything in Chicago too? Because you're from Chicago and the rest of the band is from Indianapolis or that area. Any kind of crossing there?
Well, it's really hard because although we're all together in Indianapolis and none of us are actually from Indianapolis, I am, like I said, from Chicago. Our piano player is from Greenwood, Indiana, which is south of Indianapolis. Our drummer is from Fort Wayne, Indiana, which is northeast. Mm-hmm. And our bass player is from Pittsburgh.
Okay, so that's a little more spread out.
Yeah, so we're pretty spread out. So now that it's Christmas break for us for school, I guess we're taking a little break, keeping things low key for a while. Gonna come back to school, get tight again, There's a chance that we got a little bit rusty not playing music together for a month. And then, get on the show train, start playing again.
All right, so the last thing I want to get into is your marketing and your promotion. And I found you because I'm one of the admins for the Sweet Baby Ray's Twitter page, and you gave a blind, I guess a cold tweet to, hey, you guys with the barbecue sauce, I like it, and it's tasty. Listen to my music. That was pretty much it.
Yep, pretty much.
Have you done anything like that, just blanket marketing for your stuff, or was that just a impulse, I like their barbecue sauce?
Well, I do love your barbecue sauce very, very much.
It is the boss.
It is the boss. It is the boss. Put it on damn near everything.
Well, thank you.
Actually, in my cafeteria, we have a cafeteria at school that I eat at, and from my dorm room, I always carry my big bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's to the cafeteria.
Well, good. Sweet Baby Ray himself would like to hear that.
Yeah, you'll have to tell him.
Yeah, spread the word on that one.
Okay.
So now, have you done any other marketing like that on Twitter or?
Not
Facebook?
on Twitter. I just got a Twitter for myself or for the band. No more than 2.5 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. So Twitter's a pretty new thing for me, but I'd consider myself a pretty confident person and pretty confident in the music that I make. So going up to people and approaching them and putting myself out there is definitely not something I've ever had issues with.
Okay. So I guess that's pretty much it. Anything else you want to get out there that I haven't covered because sometimes I forget things. Yeah, I'm a bit drinky once in a while.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Just we want to play shows. We'll go anywhere in the Midwest, really, for right now to play a show. Like we really want to get the name out there, and that's pretty much it. Keep your ears open for the songs. Let us know. I'm on Facebook if you want to comment on me or friend me or comment on the SoundCloud pages. But any sort of shows, we'll play them.
All right, Matthew, thanks for joining us on Radio Exposed. We hope your sound catches on, and best of luck with the future. We will post all your stuff. We'll have a Friends of the Program area.